Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school, so you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby.
What's up, my peeps? Yo, it has been a very long time since I've come to y'all sitting down in this chair. It's been so much that happened. And I know I had said I was going to keep my videos. I was going to start doing my videos and having it up. And man, all of that, trying to put up, content. But something happened so much in my life since I last came to y'all and did a video. The last thing I came to y'all and showed y'all on my channel was when I went to go take my state board. And I have passed my state board. I am a licensed beautician, and I've been rocking it ever since, until they say we had to close our shop down because everything that's going on now. So anyway, so I had said, well, you know what I'm saying, I've already done did my makeup because I had to do a wig review, which is what I have on right now. It's a sponsored wig review, so I will have that video up for y'all after this because I've already done the video for it. So I was like, okay, well, you know what I can do? I can actually come to y'all and tell y'all a story time. This is the first time I've ever done a story time on my channel. But hey, we're all stuck up in the house, and I started, just sitting down thinking of stuff that I could tell y'all. I got so many different kind of stories, y'all, for real. But this one in particular is about my college days in my first year going to college, and a person in the dorm almost burned down the dorm, y'all. We was called the hot girls, okay? We was called the hot girls. Y'all, I'm older. I'm an older generation, y'all. I am not young like I used to be. And so this is for, I'm going back into the day and telling y'all this story about what happened back then. Okay, so let me just go straight into the story because it's already 2 minutes and I'm just talking and I ain't told y'all anything about the story. So, let me give y'all the background. As a child, I've always been kind of like the only black girl in my school, seriously, until I was about in 4th to 5th grade. And it's so weird of the way that our house is situated. And say this side of the tracks, we was getting shipped and bused to a different district. The other side of the track, which literally, y'all, is like a block over, they was going to a different school district across the tracks. Okay? And so across the tracks, mainly black and, some Hispanics. But on this side of the tracks, sprinkles of us, and then they put us in with the white people. 4th grade, I was like the only black girl there in a class. I'm not saying that I was the only black person in that whole school, but I was the only black person in the class. It's like they put one black person in each classroom for that school. Until I got to the 5th grade, and they finally put 3 of us together in one classroom. Y'all, for real. So I was just like, okay, so I'm growing up with in my classroom questions of why your lips big and why you look like this, why you shaped like this. I'm the biggest girl. A whole bunch of stuff, y'all, for real. Then middle school came along where they had stopped the line because it was only one middle school for that whole district. Everybody came together. So everybody across the tracks, like my cousins and stuff, we all got together at the middle school. Okay, so a high school is where you can definitely go to different schools. You didn't have to go to the school across the street from the middle school. You can choose your high school. You could do all of that. So went to that high school. It was probably like 10% black people. So at that time, I'm like, you know what? I really want to go to college, And at that time, I was just making it through. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. I was making it through to school. And I remember that time my dad was like, oh, yeah, you ain't got to, you ain't going to go to school or whatever. I was like, oh, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to school. And guess what? I'm going to go to a black school. So I remember college day at high school. So college day came, and then they had the HBCU, and they had the other schools come. And I was like, oh, man. And so happily, the man that gave me the application for the school, he knew my mom, y'all. They went to church together. So that was like a little plus, and I'm like, okay. So he's like, oh yeah, I know your mama, I know your family, da 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 da. So they gave me the application. I applied for it, and then I went to school. So I was crunk. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to a school. It's gonna be all black people. We're gonna all, love each other, know each other. That's, in my head. And I didn't even get a chance to actually go visit the school before I got there, which y'all need to go visit the school. I know everything now is different. We didn't have technology. We didn't have a phone thing to go look at the school. So all that saying, y'all, I actually visited the school on the day that it was time for me to go to school. And I remember I was so freaking nervous. The day I had all my stuff packed, my mom was packing my stuff. I'm like, yeah, I got everything. And I'm sitting up there ironing my clothes. The next thing you know, y'all, it was like a big iron. One of the old-fashioned irons. And it was all silver. The next thing you know, I dropped it. It dropped and landed on my foot. It was just there for a minute. Burnt my foot. Had a big old scar like this big on my foot. My husband laughed at me now. Like, he said, your reaction to heat is so... like a late reaction. And it's so true. Like, I can burn myself though. I can have like a heat thing on, and I'll be like, yeah. He'd be like, looking like, you don't feel that? And then afterwards I'll be like, oh, I done burnt myself. So anyway, that being said, I was nervous. The school, it was about maybe 2 hours away from my home. And so it's not too far, but far enough to get away from my mom and my dad, And mind you, my brother was already in college, but my brother went to a white college, and his college was about 5.5 hours from my house. And I remember taking him to school and all of that. Just a different environment. So we drive in, y'all. It's starting to get really, really country. I'm talking about like no stores at that time. The biggest store was Kmart. I don't know if a lot of y'all know Kmart, but they had a Walmart too, but the biggest store at that time was Kmart. And I was like, it's no Kmart out here, it's no this and that. I started seeing horses, and I started seeing cows, and I'm like seeing signs that says beware of the deer, and I'm just like, oh my God, where the heck are we going? You know what I'm saying? I was not prepared. My mind at that time, I was not prepared. So we driving, y'all, kid y'all not, my mama done drove up to the school. She pulled in, and I said, you lying to me? This ain't the school that I'm supposed to be going to. This is not the school, y'all. This school, oh my God, I was in the shock, like, nah. So we pulled up into the dorms and everything like that. Yeah, the dorms was older, y'all, but it still had some history. Of course, it got some history, but the dorms was like an older model. And yeah, we have separate dorms at that time. Now they have co-ed dorms, and they done build a new dorm on the campus, and they done did all this stuff now. But girl, at that time, I'm talking about, we had box fans that we had to put outside and raise the window up. It was like straight hood. It was straight up hood. But at that time, y'all, I can go into that story because that's different when I met my roommates, because I already knew one of my roommates. Y'all, I had 3 roommates at that time when I first got there. 3 in a little crackle box shaped room. And it oh my God. So anyway, college is what you make of it, okay? So anyway, so this story is not even about that, but I was just trying to give y'all the background on how I end up going to this college or whatever. So we get into the dorms and we're getting everything situated. We've been there for a while. We mingling, we hanging and schmeggling. So at that time, the cafeteria closed around 6 or maybe 7 o'clock at night. And we did not supposed to have deep fryers in the room. We did not supposed to have anything like that. We can have a microwave, but the microwave had, it had to be really small enough to fit the room. But we didn't supposed to have deep fryers and all of that. Okay, but we did. Y'all, it's some of the stuff we had in them dorms. We had some of everything in there. So it was one girl. That's my girl. Let's name her Kim. Okay, we're gonna call her Kim. So Kim was the chef of the dorm. You know what I'm saying? Like, She used to cook up some stuff, y'all, and I'm just like, cause after a while, you know, we hungry. After a while, the calf done closed, the pit done closed, and everything like that. So Kim used to cook. I'm talking about this girl used to throw down. Yeah, we had Rotel, and everybody know what Rotel is, but no, she used to cook fried chicken and fried pork chops and onions and all of this stuff, and she used to smash it up with cornflakes. So cornflakes. Yeah, cornflakes was her base to roll the chicken up, and she used to deep fry that bug, and we used to eat it. So this particular night, I was doing something I didn't supposed to be doing, but I was across the way. So I was coming back from across the way, and we were all just, you know, just kind of walking. It was about 3 of us. We walking and everything. We get back up into the dorm and everything like that. Just made it up to the room, just talking or whatever, and you could smell. You could smell the chicken that she was cooking. So it was like, oh yeah, you know, Kim got the chicken. We gonna go down here and get some chicken or whatever. Cause I remember we had paid money and gave her some money so she can go get the food and prep it, and we can just eat it down in the common area, and you know, just kick it for that night. I'm like, all right, cool. Get up into the room and stuff. I'm talking to my roommate. I lived up on the 2nd floor, and Kim lived on the 1st floor. I go in my room and everything, just chilling and talking to her. I was like, man, I can't wait till it's done. You know, blase, we doing this and doing that, and we talking. Probably about a good 5 or 10 minutes later, we heard something. Like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden we started smelling smoke. I said, well, that don't smell like chicken. It kind of smell like smoke. Next thing you know, they all yelling, ah, the dorm is on fire. The dorm is on fire. Everybody get out. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Y'all, no lie, it was people who was in the shower. They had to grab towels and everything. I'll never forget this. Yeah, they had towels and stuff. They like, burn down the, y'all, we freshmen. This is a freshman dorm, mind y'all. This is all freshmen. Yeah, freshman dorm. So anyway, so we running outside, y'all, and I don't even know. I know some dudes were still outside, but how did we get this big old crowd this quick, y'all? I promise you, I'm telling you, the campus wasn't that big. But it was big enough, but it wasn't that big, and they were still out there. They started calling us hot girls. Y'all, the whole wall, she burnt the whole wall down with that deep fryer and that fried chicken. They had to get everybody out. We stayed out. They had to get the fire extinguisher. That's how bad it was, really. And then they had to, they couldn't even stay in their room. She had a roommate too. Kim had a roommate. They couldn't even stay in that room because they had to get her out the room because they had to clean it or whatever they had to do. Man, then we had room checks. That night, after they done cleaned it, they went through and they was picking up deep fryers and the curling irons, hair dryers. Y'all, it was like an episode off of A Different World. So A Different World is one reason why, another reason why I went to a black school, black college, because I was like, man, I love A Different World. I'm stuck on A Different World, y'all. But y'all, that night right there was a mess. And from that point on, they kept doing like different room checks and stuff. But after a while, y'all, they started bringing back the deep fryers and all of that and kind of looking the opposite way because we hungry, okay? After 6 o'clock, it was no food, and who gonna cook it? So she was very safe after that. We just had to watch it like, dog, I don't know how in the world you caught fire to all this, but yeah, you caught fire to it. And that was just a cute little quick little story time about when Kim tried to burn down our dorm and we wouldn't have no place to stay. And we was freshmen, y'all. But anyway, y'all like, subscribe. I'll tell more stories if this is what y'all like. You know, we all in the house locked down. Got nothing else to do. I can tell y'all more. Tell a friend, tell another friend to come on and join the crew. I don't know. I get more likes than y'all can tell me. But this wig, y'all, for real. Anyway, so yeah. So y'all, that's it. Peace out.